Okay, so I just got done editing and playing around with my first video, and now I'm here to do my second one. Um, this one's kind of hard to explain, and it's really shitty to talk about it, but I think it's only right that I should for myself, and I don't know how long this is going to be, but I guess, I don't know. When I came to college, I didn't know anybody, and in the past, for high school and stuff like that, I didn't have any sort of boyfriend, and I didn't have anybody, like, any sort of intimate relationship. I've never had that before I went to college. And so, 2 weeks into college, I found Cove, and it was really good and really great for a while. That's all relationships are. But the thing is, you have to know about me is that I am the type of person that has always been a complete giver, and I've never valued my opinion. I've never put any value on myself, and I've only taken the opinion of others and cared for others because I felt like they were worth, like, my time and effort in helping them. So when I found Kobe, he and I were both in this kind of the same position where we had been rejected by people. We'd never, like, had anybody who told us that, yeah, like, I like you. You're pretty great, and I think that you're kind of awesome. And I think that's why we worked so well. We didn't have anything in common. We didn't have any similar interests, but what we did know how to do was, I don't know, say yes and kind of care for the other. And for me, I knew how to do that really easily. So I cared for that kid as much as I could. I did everything I could for him. Everything that I had to give, I gave to him. As far as, like, my emotional state, my physical state, everything. And I tried to give that to him. By doing that, I lost too much of myself, and I gave up too much of myself as a person. Like, for the one of me, I used to be able to care for everybody, all of my people, everybody who I loved, everybody who's in my life, my friends and my family, and a little bit for me. But when I was with Kobe, it was, I had to kind of drain those sources and focus it all on him. So when I say that he was my life, like, he was my everything, he really was. And that was it for a long time. Towards the end, I gave every last bit of myself anything I could do, and it usually resulted in, like, physical. That's all I had left. I gave everything to him as far as, like, my emotions, and that wasn't enough. And so the thing I always had was my physical self, and that's what I did, like, all the time, because I couldn't think of anything else I could do to be there for him, to give to him. So on the day that we broke up, he told me that he didn't enjoy my company anymore, and who could blame him? I wasn't company. It was a warm body. That was it. But yeah, when he left, basically saying that what I offered wasn't good enough, I freaked out. I went crazy. I went off the deep end. I went psycho. Because he left with everything that I was. He walked out the door with everything, who I was, and that was him. All my time, all of my everything, everything. I gave to him, and I didn't give to myself. So when he left, like, I was left with nothing. I wasn't left with a person who could rebuild, because there wasn't anything there. It was desolate. There wasn't anything for me to rebuild from. And yeah, so that's what I've been going through for 2 months. For 2 months, that was me. All I like felt, I mean, I couldn't even feel for a while. The only thing I could do was just kind of go through the motions, and that was really hard. Like, I'm kind of a person that's a very, like, emotional person, and a very kind of, like, kind of happy-go-lucky type of person. And I kind of, like, feed off of other people and, like, their emotions and their happiness, and not being able to do that, it was, you know, I couldn't be me. And yeah. But since then, like, I went through the grieving, I've went through my bottoms, I've done that, and now all I have left is this idea that I have to start repairing for myself. And I have to start doing things for me, because this whole working and trying to help other people and not caring about myself isn't working. And so I have to start doing that for myself. I don't really know any other way for me to move on. This probably wasn't, like, the best. I probably should have wrote it out, but you know, I just do these for me. So, yeah. Thanks for listening.